Dr. Manzoor Alam and the iOS fraternity, and respected guests on the dais, ladies and gentlemen. It's already late, and therefore I'll try to be short. I have a written speech from which I'll cut down. Institute of Objective Studies has completed 25 years of its existence. A caterpillar has grown into a butterfly. And as you know, the butterfly sucks from every flower. So does the Institute do. You saw I had a whole team of not only 11, but also the substitutes on the dais. And you saw several wickets have already fallen. I had to hold forth, and so I must be short. I wish the Institute a longer life, a more robust life, and may it continue to serve society and community for many years to come. We live in a pluralistic society. India is a society constituting people of different faiths, cultures, languages, etc. This agglomeration of people in India has resulted at times in certain tensions. People speak of tolerance. I have not liked the word tolerance. When somebody says, I tolerate you, I find that there is something wrong in me which he is prepared to bear with. I think it's not a very good word. I would use the word accommodation. We must accommodate each other. We are human beings, and therefore we must live like human beings. Even animals in their respective spheres have some discipline when it comes to way of life. So, in the last few years, prior to the formation of the Structure Committee, unfortunately he too had to go for some commitment to keep, and we had several interactions earlier before the report finally came out, and the report discloses the plight of Muslims in India. One of the points that the report makes is the lack of education in the community. Education is the only recourse for empowerment. Expecting empowerment without education is, in my opinion, wholly misplaced. Unless educated minds meet, the nation cannot develop. Therefore, development without the human aspect is development without a soul. I do not think that such a development can take you and enlighten people. What is today missing is, as was said by the lady, the only lady on the dais, that minorities, no matter where they are situated, are entitled to justice, and justice to all is the duty of the party in power, and it is its duty to endeavor equality. It can ill afford to be seen to be insensitive to the miseries of a section of the population and fail to redress their grievances. Unfortunately, the principal political party raises its antenna the moment the government seeks to take some affirmative action to redress their grievances, and unfortunately the weakness of the government makes it cave in. I ask unto myself a few questions. Is it unreasonable for the minorities to demand to be treated equally with other sections of the polity? Is it unreasonable for them to expect to be treated with respect and dignity? Is it unreasonable to expect to be treated like human beings enjoying protection under the Human Rights Conventions? Is it unreasonable to expect almost 30% of our population to live and survive on rupees 28 per day? Is it reasonable to expect to allow a few entrepreneurs to make profits ranging into 4-figure crores every quarter, when a substantial section of our population cannot afford a square meal? Such injustice will bring about an end to civility in society. The right to justice is an inalienable right of every citizen. It has special significance when it comes to the weaker sections, including the Muslim minorities. Unless we aim at inclusive development, it will be development without, as I said, a soul. It is rightly said, in a society under the forms of which the stronger faction can readily unite and oppress the weaker section, anarchy may as truly be said to reign. We saw it recently in the case of M.F. Hussain, and we have been seeing it in the violence spread by lumpen groups masquerading as guardians of culture, sanguine in the belief that the authorities will take no action. If those in power fail to assert their will to rule and nip such impunity in the bud, they will be viewed as timid and will only encourage such elements. A strong message from those in power will discourage such undemocratic parochial behavior. The will to rule must manifest itself through strong action. Is it too much to expect from the powers that be? Today's Hindu newspaper carries a news about two Muslim boys who married two Hindu girls. Their school leaving certificates show that they were above the age of 18 years. In fact, in the FIR filed by the father, he gave their age to be 20 years. Despite this, the two boys have been arrested and imprisoned. This is the attitude of the people of the police in uniform. If this is not bias towards the community, what else is it? Swamiji mentioned about the wife of SRK being a Hindu lady. Yes, I know both of them. But here is a case in which the two girls fell in love with two boys, got married, and they gave affidavits saying we had not been pressurized and we have entered into this wedlock of our sweet will. And yet the police arrest the two boys and take away the girls and send them to the parents so that they may again further be brainwashed. If this is the attitude of the police, it's a bias writ large. And the community feels it is these types of news which makes the community feel that they are being discriminated. In a secular country, if we really practiced the basic principles of secularism, we would have been a much more happier society. And I think it is time that the secular forces in the country, like Justice Satcher or Justice Kajju, who spoke, we have to awaken these secular forces. And unless you awaken the secular forces, you will not have a force by yourself. There are so many people in India who are not highly communal minded or anything of that sort. There are a good number of secular people. And I think it is our duty to arouse them and seek their assistance and help in ensuring peace and equal treatment. Treatment to live in the country with dignity and to join with others and enjoy the fruits of independence. With those words, I once again congratulate the IOS family in having turned in these 25 years into a butterfly. Please keep flapping your wings. And thank you.